What's up everyone, welcome back to the studio. Today I'm going to be showing you how I use brick HTV with shorts to make these dope swim shorts for the summer. It's perfect because right now it's spring, summer's right around the corner, and it's one of my favorite items to sell. So I'm going to show you how I make it and all the settings that I use. So if you're in the market for this, I can help you out. So first things first, we got to use the cutting pad because the Cameo Plus does not do very well without the pad in my experience, especially if I'm cutting really intricate and sharp shapes. So all of my designs are typically pretty detailed and I don't like it when the angles and the lines are jagged. So I use this one. This is the extra tack. It is very sticky, so watch out because if you flip the cover the wrong way and you put it on, it's gonna rip off a bunch of the adhesive. So what I like to do is I like to keep this sheet safe so that I can always put it back on, so I minimize the amount of dust and hair and all the other random stuff that gets stuck on it. And here we got the brick. So I cut a chunk out. I try to make sure that whatever I cut out, it doesn't hit the rollers, because I realize that sometimes if your vinyl goes under the rollers, it might slip. And we don't want that. We don't want things slipping. So we got the super tacky tack, whatever it's called, mega tack mat, and the brick HTV. So now we got the Silhouette Studio open. So I already have this file pre-saved because I make a bunch of these. So this is my tri-house design. You can see that it's mirrored. So it's flipped on the horizontal axis. And yeah, I just have a giant sheet of it. So we only need to make one, but I'm gonna probably cut out about maybe 6 or 9 just so that I have a bunch ready on standby. So let me take you to the next screen real quick, which is the settings for the cut. So I have a document here that I've kept since when I first got the press and cutter. And basically I just document what works best for me for the cut settings, because I realize that every time I follow the factory settings, it doesn't work. So for 600 brick, this was perfect. So I have 10 blade, 15 force, and 3 speed. So you probably noticed that my blade is a little different than the traditional auto cutter because I hate that thing. And this is the premium blade. It's at 0 because for whatever reason, 10 is not the max. And what I mean by that is like it actually rolls past 10 and then it kind of stops here. So this is the true 10, or at least that's how I see it. So yeah, I cut it at 10. And the reason I cut it at 10 is because I found that having the blade longer gets me way better lines on the brick. So I'm gonna show you all what this looks like so you can see the results and not just me talking about it. So there's really nothing fancy about this. You just get the vinyl on the cutting mat, push it in. I like to bring it up a little bit by pushing the down button. That way I don't have any funny business going on at the top. And then as I mentioned before, my settings were already explained, so I'm just gonna go for it and cut about 6 of them, just because I'm kind of running out of time with how much time I have for using the press today, because at 5 p.m. my energy goes up in terms of pricing. So I'm trying to get everything done before 5 because that thing takes up a lot of energy. So we're gonna cut to the cutting sequence so you guys can just see it getting cut, and then yeah, we'll get to the pressing part. Cameo's cutting right now, but I just wanted to say that I'm gonna do one cut first just to make sure that the settings are right, because sometimes when the blade gets older or something happens with the machine, it sometimes fucks up the thing. So I just want to make sure that before I cut 6 pieces and waste the whole vinyl, the first cut is good. So let's see how it goes. All right, one is done. Pop it open, grab the corner, and then cut it out. If your settings are right, then there should be no problem with the weeding. When I first started cutting brick, I realized that when my blade wasn't the right size, a lot of the chunks would stay and it wouldn't be a clean cut. But now that I've dialed down my settings, obviously some things will get stuck because it's brick, it's thick, and it's also shapes that are within the shapes, as in like you can see that everything is enclosed within the cuts. And this design actually has a lot of cuts. So you're gonna notice that this machine has to work extra hard to get this done, but things are looking good. And I weeded this so many times, so I have like a strategy of how to weed this correctly. Like I like to do it in chunks so that I don't accidentally lift up anything or remove something that shouldn't remove. And yeah, there it is, man. This is, yeah, you can see the extra tack is pulling on it, but you can see like the lines are very, very clean. There's like little things sticking out. You can easily remove that by just like hitting it like that. See, now that little piece of brick is gone. So yeah, perfect lines, very nice. Don't worry about it if you see like a little indentation or like little marks, because it doesn't matter once you press it. So I'm gonna cut the rest, and the press is now heating up. So yeah, let's just get to that part real quick. So I don't know if this is like a tip or trick, but since you already have this cut here, I just load this back up so I don't have to remove the vinyl and cut it again. So I'll just load it back up, press it down so you can get it close to where it was. And then over here in the Cameo software, what I like to do is I like to go to design, and then I usually delete all the ones that I don't use. So I'm gonna remove the one that I just did. Then this 5 should still be in place. Make sure that square is in there so I don't accidentally cut that. And then we just send it back to the machine and we weed it again once we're ready. So I'm gonna increase the force a little bit. Maybe that'll help with the removal of the vinyl. So yeah, let's go back to the cutter. And now we wait. So while the press heats up and the thing is cutting, I just wanted to talk about why I like using brick HTV. So brick HTV to me is one of those materials that really puts your product ahead of the other products, because it's just so special. You get that 600 micron lifted silicone slash polyurethane. I don't know what the exact component is, but you know, it's like the rubber material, and it's just really dope because you can't really get that kind of texture going to screen printed route unless you do high density printing. But a lot of printers don't like doing high density from what I understand, because every time I ask them, they tell me that I need higher minimums. So yeah, it's just like a cool way to get that effect without breaking the bank. And you can always order just like one sheet of the brick, which can be as low as like $7, $8 from Amazon. So if you just want to test it out, go to Amazon and buy like the smallest sheet you can find, and then just cut it up, and then yeah, just experiment and see if you like it or not. I think one of the most satisfying things about brick is when you peel it off and then you get that really slow crunching sound. And once you peel it, you get that texture on your fingers, and it's just really cool. Like if you've never cut brick or used brick, I highly recommend giving it a try, because like it is one of those things that really looks different in person versus like video or photos. So yeah, definitely check out the brick. If you want to support my channel a little bit, I do have it in the description box. So go to my link in bio, and then it should take you to the brick on Heat Press Nation. For the shorts, I'm using these AS Color beach shorts. So these are meant for swimming. They call it beach shorts, I think, just because like it is kind of beachy, but it is 100% cotton. It looks like it could be polyester or nylon, which is kind of tricky. But I have worn these to the beach and they're fine, but they do advise you to not use it only for the beach. I think it's because they said that it might fade, and I think they don't want to get blamed when it fades and doesn't perform the way it's advertised. So technically these are not supposed to be used for swimming, but you know, I make them so you can wear it to like a pool party, or when it gets hot in the summer, you can rock this because it is a higher in the knees kind of fit. A lot of the fit for shorts, I feel like, go a little bit too long. So this one is kind of like on the shorter side, but a lot of people like it. So that's why I made this in 5 to 6 different styles, because I'm cutting HTV or soon to be embroidering on demand from my own spot. It's gonna be really cool to be able to offer different designs, but just stock the same blank. So that's one of the advantages that I like about running your own production, is like you can really do whatever you want as long as you can design and you have the artwork and the equipment. Like the sky's the limit. You can literally do anything you want. And now it's done. So we got the brick ready. This super tack is crazy, I'm telling you. This is not a joke, but oh, I always get a little nervous, but I don't know if you all can see it, but super clean cuts. Got 6 now, so I gotta press 1. And now we're gonna get to the press. Press settings, I'm going at 311. Why 311? I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to be 310, but for some reason I started doing it at 311, and 20 seconds. And the recommendation says you gotta hit it on the front and the back. So we're gonna do the front first and then the back. So with the shorts, you just wanna make sure that the pocket doesn't get in the way. This is a double XL, so it's not gonna be a big deal, but usually the smaller sizes, the pocket might get in the way. So I kinda dangle it on the side of the table like this, and hopefully it's gonna stay, because it might be heavy, but I think we're good. Test the pressure. So this is supposed to be a medium pressure. So that feels about a medium. I think I might have pressed this earlier on a different size, so that's why I think the settings are pretty much set. So yeah, we're gonna go for it. As always, the main thing is making sure that the surface you're pressing on is flat, because you don't want it to be pressing on a bump. So I have a little bit of a bump here, so I'm gonna just press it one more time to remove it, just to make sure that we're good. Do another pre-press, and it is also 100% cotton, so it does help. So give it a little pre-press, and then for placement, somewhere around here. Shorts are a little tricky because you want to line it up to this line. I found that if you line up to this seam, it's straight, versus if you look at this, because this is usually a diagonal cut, it kind of throws you off. So I like to line up the line here, this seam, with the bottom of the artwork so I can get a straight line. And I'm gonna come over here so I can see it a little bit better. Lift it up. Cool, that looks good to me. And then this one you can put a sheet on. So I'm gonna put the sheet on and then let it go for 20 seconds. And now we wait. All right, we hit that 20. So now we turn it inside out. Same thing. So if you notice, you can see, I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but it's right here. You get a little indentation on the flip side. And on the second press, you're gonna really see this pronounced because it does cement the brick onto your garment. So I do like this second press. And I also use the sheet just to protect it from any, I don't know, something might happen. Just extra protection. Go for another 20 seconds. Right, and you can really see, I don't know if you can see it, but oh, there it is. You can see in the lighting here. But yeah, you can really see a difference now with the second press. You can see that it's like solid now. Oh, there it is. Yeah, sorry about the lighting. The outside window is now on this side, so it's a little tricky. But yeah, and then now it's a cold peel, so now we just wait. All right, and now it's cool to the touch, so it's the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm gonna slowly do this. Oh yeah. Always a fan of this black on black board shorts, or swim shorts I should say, when it comes out. It's just hard to put a price on this kind of look, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just so clean. But yeah, this is one of my favorite things to make and also sell. So always love it when it comes out good like this. Well, that concludes the brick demo. So yeah, it came out super clean. Probably gonna keep on selling these because they look great and people love them and I love them. So most important thing is I'm proud of what I make, and that's one of those items that I'm super happy about. So yeah, thank you all for watching the video. Hope you learned something. If you want to pick up the brick, I'll have it in the description box below. It's my Heat Press Nation portfolio / whatever profile page. Just go to that and it should take you there, or my links tree should have all the links. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and let me know what you want to see more of. Hopefully there'll be more videos of this coming soon. So really excited on showing you all and taking you on the journey of learning embroidery from scratch. So thank you all for being part of this experience. Like, it's been really crazy just thinking about a year ago I was still working, and here we are today. Just a lot of hard work and, you know, some luck, obviously. It's not like this happens to everybody. So I'm trying to really maximize the opportunity and make sure it's not being taken for granted. So yeah, thank you all for stopping by, and I'll catch you all next time.